Are you tired of pulling out the same old slashers as everyone else? Do you get bored with the rinse and repeat formulas of mass killers? Well, strap in while we dive into one of the best slasher films that nobody talks about. Hello everyone and welcome to Fright Files, the show where you can find your next movie party pick. I'm your ghost host with the most, Boogeyman Ben. Time to crack open this case. Intruder, released in 1989, is a horror comedy set in a small Michigan town grocery store where the night crew has a terrifying night of increasingly brutal killings committed by an unknown intruder. Directed by Scott Spiegel, which you may know from a little movie he wrote called Evil Dead, or all three of the Hostel movies where he worked as an executive producer. Based on a short film titled Night Crew, this was Scott Spiegel's directorial debut. This movie unfortunately never got the theater release it deserved, but instead was a direct-to-VHS release for Full Moon Features. Due to the MPAA ratings requirements, most of the gore was cut out of the original VHS release. Don't worry, if you want to pick up a copy nowadays, the original version with all its gory glory is what you'll be getting. Intruder begins just before the Walnut Lake Market closes for the night. Everything is going routinely until Jennifer, our main character, gets a visit from her strange ex-boyfriend, Craig. This dude goes from 0 to 100 because she hasn't returned his phone calls and apparently hasn't talked to him in over a year. This causes all the other employees, including the owners, to rush out and fight Craig off, but he manages to escape and hide inside the store. After this, the night crew splits up Scooby-Doo style to try to find him, while Jennifer goes to call the police. Once they find Craig, they throw him out of the store seemingly for good.
Oh, God damn it. You punk. Get the hell out of here. Blow the fuck off!
Just get out of here, you stupid, dumb animal!
After all of this, we get the news that the store is shutting down by the 1st of the month. This understandably upsets the workers, including the co-owner who has put his whole life into this store. After breaking the news, the night crew goes on with their jobs for the night. I want to take a second to really admire what is going on with these camera angles. I think this is the beauty of independent studios and B-movies in general. Movies that are made now are made for millions of dollars, and investments that high don't usually feel comfortable with experimenting too much.
Let me show you something!
After finishing her shift, Linda is stabbed by an unseen attacker. Meanwhile, Bill spots someone trying to enter through the back door and goes outside to investigate. While he's outside, he is attacked and struck with his own hammer. Back in the store, the killer begins to brutally murder the employees and scatters their severed body parts around in the store. These are some brutal kills too. I especially love the Baylor kill. I've worked in a few stores and those things have always freaked me out a bit. Jennifer investigates as she's seemingly alone in the store and discovers several bodies and body parts in the storerooms. Terrified, she is attacked by the killer but escapes back to the shop floor. Bill then staggers in, claiming that Craig attacked him outside the store. He then goes to call the police. Jennifer sits traumatized until she notices that Bill's hands are covered in blood and realizes that he's the killer. Bill then tells her that he couldn't let his partner sell the store, so he killed him and got carried away, killing everyone. Bill attacks Jennifer and chases her around the locked building. While this is happening, Craig comes too. Craig tells Jennifer that he saw Bill killing Linda, and he climbed into the building through the bathroom window to save her. Bill appears and bludgeons Craig while Jennifer flees. Crawling out of the bathroom, she tries to escape in her car, but finds Linda's body inside. Bill grabs her legs and pulls Jennifer under the car, but she stabs him with a knife. She heads to the phone booth to call the police, but Bill appears and starts to break into the booth to get at her. He topples the phone booth over and traps her, but Craig appears and beats him with a meat cleaver. When the police arrive, one of the policemen finds the carnage in the store. The severely injured Bill claims that Jennifer and Craig are responsible for the attack. The policemen ignore their protests and arrest them. Bill suddenly opens his eyes as Jennifer screams, leaving all of their fates unknown. Overall, this movie is a great pick if you want to get the same thrills and twists as your Freddy's and Jasons, but need a little extra something to spice it up.